Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to partition a hard drive. Um, Mainly you do this so you can dual boot on the same hard drive, or keep your application separate from the OS, or just to have emergency backup. But the main one would probably be to dual boot. You could dual boot another OS like OS X, Windows 8, or Linux, whatever you want. So first we're going to start from the Start menu. We're going to go to Computer, we're going to right click and go to Manage. And my little laptop's a little slow here, but I think it should manage. Just give it time to load. Alright, so we got here, we're going to double click on Storage and Disk Management. It's going to bring up our list of hard drives if we have more than one hard drive, but on this laptop I only have one hard drive, so just show me one main hard drive with disk 0 down here. As 500 gigs, but shows as 465, which is pretty normal. So, as you can tell, I have 3 partitions on this one. I have a system reserve, like I was talking about, where you could just have emergency backup. And we have a recovery partition. So this is going to be, this is my main hard drive, the C drive. This is my biggest one of all, which has 450 gigabytes. So to partition this one, we're going to right click on this one, and we're going to go shrink the volume. This will make it to an unlocated space, so we can partition and assign us drive number and how far we want to shrink it. So this might take a while for the laptop to do this. So this is how much you're going to shrink, how much unlocated space you're going to give to the partition. So this is my 460 gigabyte hard drive, as you see here, total size. And then available size that I could shrink, the maximum I could shrink is about 222 gigs. So right off the bat it gives me that amount, but I don't want to do that much. Usually on the OS it's around 8 gigabytes or so. Just to be safe, I'll just do 10,000 megabytes, which is 10 gigabytes, and it'll show me the total size after shrink. So I'm going to create a partition with 10 gigabytes. And this might take a while again. So after that is done, as you see, we got our unlocated space for about 10 gigabytes. And this is going to be our partition to do whatever we want with. So we're going to right click on it and go to New Simple Volume. We're going to go Next, and then we're going to say how much we want it to be a partition. This will be formatting it. We want all of it, so we're going to say all of it. And then we could assign a drive letter, whatever we want. I'm going to do W because that's a cool W. And then we can click Next. We could choose the file system, FAT32 or NTSF. I'm just going to do NTSF for now, and the default is going to be default. We can name it, let's name it, there we go. That's how we do it. And then we're going to perform a quick format, so it'll just go faster. It'll just be better for that. And that's about it. I'm going to click Next. It shows what we all did. Again, tell us pretty much a summary of what we do. I'm going to click Finish, and it will format our partition for us, so we can do whatever we want with it. So after that is done, we see we have our partition that we made. It's still on the same hard drive as this one, as the main one. This is all one hard drive. You can see disk 0 is all one hard drive. Now we have 4 partitions. This is our biggest one where I have my OS, all my programs, and this is another one that we just made, which has about 10 gigs, and we call it Wiki. and we have our drive layer W. And so when we go to my computer, we can see we have Acer, C drive, and we have Wiki that we just created. We can put anything we want in it. We can do whatever we want. But this is mainly just so we can dual boot, and that's about it. That's how you partition a hard drive, so we can allocate space for dual booting another OS. And if you don't want this here, which I don't plan on dual booting my laptop with another OS, so I'm just gonna change this back and put it back into the main hard drive, the main partition that we have here. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to delete this volume. You're just going to erase everything on the drive on this little partition. So make sure you don't have anything on it, where we don't, as you see, because we just created it. Nothing's on there. See, yep, it's empty. So we're going to continue with this. We're going to delete it, and then we can delete the partition. And we have unlocated space over here, so we can choose to expand this volume over here. Our main drive with the OS that I'm currently running, Windows 7. So we have 10 gigs free, which is this one over here. So we're gonna click next, and pretty much it's just gonna gobble up the 10 gigs that we just made and put it back into the original form, which it was. And as you see now, as we start, we have 3 partitions, and our main one is back to normal. Thanks for watching, and that's how you partition a hard drive.